it's most important that those people who want to support the people going through recovery respect their need to feel bad and don't try and cheer them up or move them out of it. Because the moment we start doing that with somebody who feels really terrible, then they feel they can't confide in us. And they now have to put their feelings aside to reassure us because we can't cope with how they're feeling. So in the end, they're actually making us feel better by pretending they're not feeling bad. And afterwards, they deeply resent it because they say, this was my lowest moment, I needed someone there for me, and they couldn't be there. It's very important that well-intentioned politicians and other community leaders don't inadvertently give the wrong message of saying, we're tough, we're resilient, we can get through this. But instead give a message to say, this is going to be hard, people are going to really feel bad, they're going to have some difficult moments, but we're going to be there, and we will help you all get through it in time and go the journey you have to go in whatever highs and lows it has. To help people to feel safe, to feel sad, and then return to what is creative and productive about their lives. And for those of us who are supporting people going through it, not to think that recovery means you'll never feel bad about it, but rather that the sadness and the pain will be embedded in a rich life once again. When people are in a state of emotional crisis, it takes an enormous amount of energy, emotionally and physically, and they can't stay in that state of crisis indefinitely. If someone is weeping, if someone is in a moment of despair, if someone is full of anger and talking about how deeply they resent things, what we need to do is to listen to them and let them feel that they've got at least one person who's actually trying to understand them and respecting what they're saying. And what you'll find is that sooner or later, as that communication goes on, they will start to settle down and move out. And very often, the sign that they've actually moved through the crisis is they'll say, look, I'm sorry, I've lost it there for a bit. Thank you very much for listening. I'm starting to feel a bit better. So they're feeling better not because we're telling them that they're going to be okay, but because we're listening to how bad they feel. And so when they start to come out of it, that's when we can maybe come up with some suggestions and some reassurance.